The following stories are inspired by documented paranormal encounters. Some locations and identities may have been changed to protect the people involved. These stories may be disturbing for younger audiences, and listener discretion is advised. This podcast is based on true events.
Hi, I'm Dalia, she, they.
Hi, I'm Brandon, he, him.
Hey, I'm B, she, they.
And
this podcast is based on true events. What up, party people?
Okay.
Sorry, I just really felt the need.
First up, first things first.
I love that.
I got to address the elephant in the room. I goofed up.
Womp womp.
And that's why
It was your fault.
It was mostly my fault. Let's be honest.
Shit happens.
It shit does happen.
That's all good.
I'm not kicking myself about it, but it was mostly my fault.
This could, you know what? We didn't even have to say anything. We could have just been like, season 2 starts now. We took a 1 week break.
Season 2.
We just arbitrarily decide when seasons are.
Yep.
Yeah.
Happened right now.
We have like 4 season 2s because we keep forgetting we're doing this.
Yep. Yeah.
No, so what happened though, just real quick, is that I went to edit what would have been last week's episode, so episode 29, which is this week's episode. Hello, how you doing?
Hey.
And I noticed there was a giant buzzing sound all throughout the recording, and I was like, son of a bitch. And I was like, I need to try to fix this, so I was trying to noise cancel like the correct things, and this is where I goofed up. So I saw that there was a slider where you can control how much of the noise you cancel out, like how much you take it out. I was like, what happens if I put it on 0? And I said, look, if something bad happens, I can just reverse what I did and it'll be fine, right?
Yeah.
So it does the loading thing for canceling the noise. And then I see right then, or no, not right then, sorry. It does the loading thing and cancel noise. And then it says, deleting, undo, and redo history.
Oh, no.
And I said, excuse me? What do you mean by that?
Oh, no.
And so I'm freaking out. I'm trying to cancel. I'm trying to do all this. Long story short, technical difficulty after technical difficulty, we were left with like 4 minutes of just silence. Not a single word.
Whoopsie.
And I said, oh, no. I almost cried. I was so upset with myself. But we're redoing it now, so that episode is now this episode. That's good. I have one more update, just because in our last episode that went out, we discussed how Mooney wasn't doing too well at the time. Well, she's here with us right now, chilling under a rainbow blanket, and she is on the road to recovery, but we did have a thing happen with her on Thanksgiving. I know we said we had like a vet appointment the day or the Monday after, but that Thursday she came in being really weak and limping, and so we said we gotta take her somewhere. So we found an emergency clinic that took her. They were super nice, super expensive, but super nice and very helpful. And after a couple days stay, we have her on potassium. It was kidney failure, basically. It was very touch and go there with emotions. We didn't, like, straight out, we did not know if we would be able to take her home again. And so we were preparing for that inevitability, but she's here and she's doing better. She's definitely not back to her old self yet. She's definitely not as like hyper as she was or talkative, but she is like way better. She's eating well. She's drinking well. We have to give her potassium, and we had other stuff we were giving her for a while too, but she'll be on potassium for the rest of her life. And she is on a special food diet now that is like low sodium and good for like...
It's a renal diet for kidneys.
Yeah.
Yeah, and for a while there, we were poking her with IV for fluids.
Yeah.
Which you can imagine wasn't a great time.
No, it sucks.
But what's important is that she is here, she's getting better, and we have more time.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, she's a really good girl. We love her to death, and we will continue to love her until we can't anymore.
Well, I'll still love her then.
That.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say.
I was going to say.
I heard what I said, and it was like, that's not entirely correct.
No, but yeah, So we also found out that she is most likely older than we thought.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was a huge thing too.
Yeah, so I had like a birthday for her when I adopted her and everything. But I adopted her when she was, well, apparently I thought she was 2.
Allegedly 2.
Allegedly 2 years old, right? And she may have been like 5 or 6 when I
Damn.
got her. Just, you can only really estimate these things. Apparently she could have been just a really healthy 5 or 6-year-old cat. And so this little baby could be an elderly baby.
Wow.
And I thought she was 8 right now, but she could be like 13.
And the FIV
Wow.
doesn't really
or
help.
11.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But hey, like I said, she's doing right. She's chilling right now. Like I said, under a rainbow blanket. She looks like she's about to move around. But
She's just adjusting.
no, yeah. Her comfort place has actually been right where I'm sitting right now. She loves this spot specifically, and so she'll usually spend most of her days here. But she's been eating fine. She's been drinking lots of water. We had a follow-up. We were just telling B we had a follow-up this past week, and they say she's looking hydrated. She's looking, she's starting to gain weight. She's starting to get her fur back a little bit. So, positives.
She's a little over 5 pounds now.
Yeah,
Which is really good, because she was like 4 pounds when we took her to the emergency room.
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
But they gave us an estimated time. However, as everybody else has been saying as well as they did, you can never really tell. It could be way longer than what they think, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But what's important is that we got more time with her, and that she, at least we hope we know she's loved, or she knows she's loved.
Oh, yeah, she does.
But that's all the updates I have for today. Vibe checks. How are you guys doing?
Well, now I'm in a sadder state, but
Sentimental a little bit.
a little...
Just sad remembrance.
Yeah.
Sorry. I apologize.
It's fine. But yeah, I'm chilling. I got the baby next to me, so
Yeah.
I'm alright. A little mellow now, but I'm okay.
Okay.
I'm at the tail end of a week-long head cold, and I'm tired of this shit and ready for it to be done.
No, for real. Colds are never fun. I can't imagine when you have kids either.
Oh, yeah.
Having
Well,
any-
they got sick first, all 3 of them.
It's always
And
the
then
kids.
Brandon got sick, and I was like, whew, I'm safe. I didn't get sick. Got everyone
that's where
healed
you
up,
went
nice
wrong.
and healthy, and then, damn it, the next day I was sick. So,
I'd be pissed.
yeah, I'm pretty pissed. But it's all good. I'm feeling much better than I did yesterday. Yesterday, I woke up feeling like death.
That's what you were saying.
There was no
yeah.
way I was doing anything.
No, yeah.
But as soon as I opened my eyes today, I felt my throat and went, yeah, I'm good.
We're getting there.
Yep, we're
'Cause
good.
She's got her tea.
And a whole box of tissues. So if you hear me blow my
Yes.
nose, mind your business.
But we were supposed to record tomorrow, and then that's what B means. Like,
You mean yesterday?
yes, I do. My bad. Why didn't you say anything, B?
I don't fucking know. Listen, I'm just here.
I feel like we all share a brain cell, but not like equally.
No,
Take
I don't
turns
think
with it.
I get my share of the brain
It
cell.
passes over
You
me.
know what? You know what happens? I get the brain cell when we play strategy games.
For some
That's
reason, yeah.
it. That is the only
During-
time that I get the brain cell.
during-
Yeah, you take
game
it from
nights.
me. Because
Yep.
when you leave, I get the brain cell for strategy
Yep.
games.
Yeah.
Yep, it's mine.
And then when Michael's here, we might as well just throw everything out. Our friend Michael is extremely good at board games for
Hey,
At games
no
in
me,
reason.
me
general.
and Michael, thank you very much.
Yes. However, Michael wins by trying to do anything other than win.
That's true. That's okay.
Pisses me off,
Michael,
too.
Michael wins there because it's always a fucking side quest.
No, yeah.
He does not set out to win the game. You're right. He just has a fucking side quest, like collecting all the cards that he thinks is pretty, and somehow is 3,000 points ahead of everyone else.
No, yeah, it's insane.
True.
He's like, I want this.
I love that for him,
He's
though.
like, I want this specific type of card in a card game, or I want to get this many. I want to get as many of these tokens, or even just an equal amount. It could be anything, and then he wins, and it's insane, and I love it. It's so funny.
And that is why Michael is
But-
in a league above our own. There we
Yeah.
go.
But if we are aware of his side quest
We can
and we
stop
try to if we try to stop it, he comes after us.
No, yeah, we can't.
And he's good at coming after us, so we don't like to do that.
You also just don't like throwing people under the bus during games either.
Oh, I will,
Yeah.
absolutely.
No, I know you. I'm not talking
My
about you.
biggest reason why is because whenever I do it, people come back about 30 times harder.
Mm-hmm.
And
See,
it's like,
It's chilled
I'm just
out.
a girl.
It's chilled out for a little bit, but there was a huge amount of time where I specifically every single time would get ganged up on in every single game to the point where even I, who like, I would like to say I'm a gracious loser. I would like to say that like it doesn't really bother me to lose games a whole lot, especially board games, because my whole thing is spending time playing with everybody else.
Yeah.
My enjoyment's the journey. But it was getting to the point where it's like, come on, guys, what's going on? It was every time, and I was like, what's going on?
Yeah.
Either way, my vibe check. I'm a little high anxiety right now for a couple different reasons. One, we're supposed to be getting snow tonight, which like is if I have days scheduled off like during the holidays, like at the end of the month, and I'm just like I don't want to have to miss work and have to like take those days back because I have like 3 extra hours. So hopefully I don't have to miss work tomorrow, which it's looking more and more like it's not going to be as bad as they're predicting.
Yeah.
Which that would be the best. And also be the best because we have a Christmas party coming up the day before this episode comes out. And we've been planning it for like over a month now. And if it snows like just a bit too much, people start not being able to come and it gets sad.
We have friends coming from Lexington,
Yeah.
Cleveland, hours away.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like,
And we want them to be safe over everything.
Oh,
so
yeah.
like, yeah, but I'm just hoping it chills the fuck out because I just want to see everybody and have fun.
I just noticed the bee plushie in your closet. Sorry. I was staring.
Oh,
She
yeah,
caught me staring.
he got that for me. When I was a teacher, bees were my thing.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
I was,
sweet.
yeah. My busy bees. It was, I love, yeah.
I just looked up, seen it, and was like, "Oh." Sorry to distract.
It's okay. Well, now
if you notice, you see the bunny foot, kind of the bunny that's next to the bee. There's a bee on that bunny foot.
I
too.
see the little teeny tiny little thing. It's cute.
Yeah.
for some context, there's like an open closet with no door behind one of the TVs in this room, and Dalia stores all of her plushies on the shelves in it. Some of the plushies on her shelves in it. Some of the smaller ones, yes. Okay, well, now, without further ado, are you guys ready for my only story today?
Yeah, because I done forgot.
Oh. Oh, you poor thing. Oh, you sweet summer
You're gonna
child.
relive it.
Yeah, I have no
Unfortunate.
idea what we're walking into because I
Oh.
really forgot. I know my
Mine's the
story,
heavy one,
but
I
I
think.
forgot.
So unfortunate for you, really.
Damn it.
Dahlia, do you remember the story that I'm covering today?
I think I remember bits and pieces, but not
Okay.
like entirety.
Well, maybe this will jog your guys' memory. There is actually a trigger warning for this one for mentions of child abuse and suicide.
God damn it! I know which one.
Yeah,
All right.
There it is.
Fuck.
Yeah, this one is a bit of a heavier one. Once again, we don't ever try or don't ever intend to go into depth when it comes to like heavier subjects like this, so it will just kind of be mentions of it. So a lot of times in this show, we deal with stories that don't have the happiest of endings. As you guys may know, there's a lot of stories that like families don't make it out of, not dead, but like couples are broken up or like one thing or another. However, sometimes we'll have to face the realities of harsher upbringings for the people who tell these stories. And today is one of those times. For the second time. For us, at least. So, I'm just going to go ahead right into it. Told by the show Haunted, I give you the story Children of the Well. Harvey Althus was born in South Dakota, 1962. When he was 5, he and his family moved to Iowa into an old farmhouse. He describes the house as, quote, on a creep factor of 1 to 10, it was a 12. This house also had a well in the basement that scared Harvey to no end. Harvey's parents were very religious people, the kind of people who believed that if it wasn't in the Bible, it didn't exist. His dad was a truck driver who was rarely home, and his mother was a stay-at-home mom who was described as, quote, very cold to her 6 children. Harvey's sister Julie even remarked on how she, quote, never heard either one of them ever say that they loved them. And what's worse, Harvey feels that their mother used the Bible as some kind of psychological warfare on them. Every verse she read made the children feel like it was pointed directly at them. Harvey says that it was bad enough that he had to deal with his mom and dad, but the house they just moved into presented a problem of its own. There was some kind of energy in that house that seemed to only affect him. It all started when Harvey was around 8 or 9 years old. Harvey hears footsteps pacing outside of his bedroom door one night as he's trying to sleep. As he listened, the footsteps would pace heavily, only interrupted by sharp knocks on his bedroom door on occasion. Harvey sits up in bed, thinking maybe his mother needed him for something, but why wouldn't she just open the door on her own? He steps out of bed and approaches the door, but the moment he opened it, nothing. No footsteps, no knocking, nothing on the other side of his door. The silence was almost eerie in comparison to what he had just been hearing. Harvey shuts the door and is able to get back to sleep without incident, but the same noise would continue almost every night from then on, with Harvey being too afraid to try and open the door during those future occurrences. Over time, whatever making the sounds seemed to get more and more aggressive with Harvey, almost like it was desperately trying to get his attention. Harvey would start hearing the sounds of cackling mixed in with the footsteps outside of his bedroom door. Echoing voices of children urging Harvey to come, quote, come down and play with us. His bed would shake and rattle as he would hear the voices of children chanting way too near his ear, Harvey, come play with us. He would hear sounds of a desperate voice almost pleading to him out of nowhere, Harvey, what's happening? One night, as he tried to escape the shaking of his bed and the whispering voices of children urging him to, quote, play with them in the basement, Harvey crawls under his nightstand and clamps his hands down over his ears. After a minute, he realizes that the voices have stopped. Harvey looks around hesitantly, hoping the nightmare had finally ended for the night, when he hears a banging sound on his door. Harvey crawls under his bed, hoping for a place to hide, and watches the door intently, almost like he could just feel what was about to happen next. Out of nowhere, the door flies open. Harvey is paralyzed with fear as the form of a sunken-eyed little girl stands in the doorway staring down at him. After what feels like eternity, the apparition of the little girl is just gone. Even though Harvey is scared to death of his parents, he feels like he can no longer keep what's going on a secret and tells his mother about the things that he had been experiencing. His mother responds to this by punishing Harvey for daring to mention something as ungodly as ghosts in her holy house. Knowing how afraid of the dark Harvey is, his mother decides to lock him in their dark basement. Harvey, obviously terrified of being in the place in their house that he was most afraid of, starts banging on the door begging to be let out. Soon, however, Harvey hears something that makes him freeze where he stood. Harvey hears the faint sound of water sloshing coming from the well further down in the basement. He holds his breath, straining to hear more, hoping with all that he is that he didn't just hear what he thought he did. Then, Harvey starts hearing footsteps. Slow, wet, like someone had just dipped their feet in a pool and was now walking across the stone floor of their basement. And the footsteps were coming towards him. His heart drops as he hears the voice of a young girl call out to him, almost in a joking tone of voice. Harvey, come play with us. Harvey could hear a darker tone behind those words. It was like when someone is mad at you, but is still trying to fake a happy voice. Harvey starts to bang on the door a bit more, growing frantic. As he glances behind him down the stairs, he freezes once again as he sees the pale face and sunken eyes of a trio of young children peering up the staircase at him. Harvey is in a full-on panic mode now, and continues his banging on the door and pleads to be let out, which his mother finally relents in doing. Harvey feels like the children that he saw must be related to the well in some way. Maybe they were drowned there? After calming down and telling his mother about the children in the basement, Harvey is punished once again, this time by having scripture lectured at him and even being hit with the Bible. Feeling completely alone and like he just couldn't take it anymore, Harvey one night has thoughts of committing suicide. But as he enters the family pantry area to carry out his plan, or to try to, he says that he was suddenly enveloped in a bright white fog. He can hear giggling around him and the feeling of something rushing past him, but when he turns, he is met with nothing but more bright fog. As he squints towards the sound of a faint echoing laughter, he starts to make out 3 silhouettes through the fog. They look just like the children he saw in the basement. Suddenly, the 3 children speak to him in unison. "Don't worry, Harvey," they say in innocent voices. "Everything's going to be okay. We'll take care of your mother." 2 days later, Harvey finds a small porcelain doll while out in the backyard. It was all beat up and looked to him like it had been burnt. But you could still make out the head, the arms, the legs. It was definitely a doll. And a thought struck him. The overwhelming feeling that he needed to leave this doll for the children in the basement. Almost like an offering of some kind. So, of his own accord, Harvey goes down to the basement and places the doll at the edge of the well. A few days later, Harvey's mom dies suddenly in her sleep at the age of 36. While everyone around them is sad and depressed, Harvey and even some of his siblings couldn't help but to feel relieved, almost happy. Harvey now feels like the children were trying to protect him and is even actually able to get some sleep that night, free of the whispers, footsteps, banging, or shaking of the bed. After drifting off, Harvey describes having a dream of being in a living room of their house, or being in the living room of their house, rather. He watches his mother descend the stairs wearing a white evening gown of some sort. As she reaches the bottom of the stairs, she glides gracefully over to a crib that Harvey hadn't noticed before. Harvey watches as his mother picks a baby gently up out of the crib, kisses it softly, and then lowers it back in. This vision of his mother then turns to him with a soft expression that he had never seen before on his mother's face in life, and says, "I will be with you forever." He then watches as his mother turns and glides off down the hallway and out of sight. Harvey interprets this dream as his mother apologizing for the ways that she had hurt him, and feels as if an immense weight has been lifted from his chest. From that time on, Harvey didn't hear from the ghost children anymore. As Harvey grew into his teen years, he started noticing certain things about himself. He could know things before they happened, hear things that nobody else could hear. He could feel things that nobody else did. He says he, quote, felt like Superman with this power that nobody had. But also thought, what good is being Superman if you can't help anybody with this? So in 1981, Harvey joined the Navy at around 19 years old. He was stationed at USS Enterprise, Station Alameda in California. 2 days after arriving, he gets a message down in his division that one of the chaplains wanted to see him, saying, quote, "Your mother Dolores wants me to talk to you." This was a man that Harvey had never met before. How did he know the name of Harvey's mother that had passed nearly 10 years prior? The chaplain told Harvey, "You have no idea your potential with the abilities that you have." Around the following spring, Harvey's sister Julie and her husband Mike had been having some issues. One day, Julie walks into her kitchen and sees a bunch of papers laid out in organized stacks, as well as all of Mike's personal belongings laid out and neatly labeled. Though she felt like something was wrong, she tried to shake it off. Maybe Mike had just been cleaning. Later on, Julie makes the discovery that Mike had shot himself out in their old barn. She calls Harvey later on hysterical, and Harvey's first thought is, how can he use these abilities that he has to help his sister? One summer, while visiting Julie, Harvey brings a spirit box with him. A spirit box, for those who don't know, is a device that rapidly scans AM and FM radio frequencies that is used for ghost hunting. The theory behind these devices is that paranormal entities can manipulate the radio waves in order to either like talk straight through the device or to pick out words and stations to stop at as a way to like to communicate with the living. Harvey and Julie try to see if they can pick up anything in the barn. During their session, after Harvey has asked if Mike was there, they got a very distinct voice ask, "Harvey?" They also claimed to capture a voice that said, quote, "Julie, dear, I'm sorry." Julie felt that this not only proved to her that Mike's spirit was still with her there, but also validated that her brother had a gift. Harvey believes that there's a reason that he was able to survive the maelstrom that he faced while growing up. And that reason was because he's meant to help people and help them connect with the departed. Harvey, now in his 60s, spends his days as a paranormal remote viewer and seer who offers his insights to those who may need them.
Cool.
Call me Bruno Mars, because this bitch, she pisses me off so much.
Yeah, we talked about that last time. How, like, this mother is, ugh.
The audacity to be like, I'll always be with you.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, you won't. The fuck? Get out of here.
I'm sitting here thinking, damn, how much of an evil bitch you gotta be for your kid to sleep peacefully after you've died, just for you to come back and be like, hey, I got you. Mommy's never leaving.
Right.
What do you know?
That makes me gag. That's
No, there's a part of me for sure that, because being a kid, not really understanding or feeling like, oh hey, feeling like maybe you had a part in this that caused this, whether you're relieved that like this terror in your life is gone or not, there's some guilt there. And I wonder if that was paranormal or if it was just a dream. And if it was just a dream, why did the chaplain know his mother's name?
Right.
To call him out.
right.
Here, my thing is like, I want it to be a dream because, as you said, the audacity. Like, what do you mean you were a horrible parent to your 6 children, specifically to, like, this child, and now you're like, forgive me? Or, like, I'm sorry?
She
like,
didn't even say I'm sorry.
No, she didn't.
That's the thing. She didn't apologize.
Yeah, he took it as
It was a
I'm
feeling
sorry.
that she was sorry, yeah. No, but yeah, that was...
You can't even, like, say that?
Mm-hmm.
I understand that being a parent is difficult. I get it. I've got 3. But I cannot think of any reasonable excuse to do that to my kids. Like, I have a basement, and I will jokingly tell my kids, I'm gonna lock you in the basement if you don't get it together. But I would never actually put them in the basement. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's heartless.
Especially, well, what gets to me is it specifically feels like it's because she knows he's afraid of the dark. He's afraid of this area.
Yeah.
So
which makes it more fucked up.
Yeah, which makes it more fucked up.
And the fact that there's this open well down there too, and you're gonna leave your child down there? The way that shit would have been boarded up immediately. If not the well, there would have been some way that I would have stopped my children from getting down there, let alone locking them in there.
The way it was depicted in the show, it did have a cover. However, as we'll see, or as you guys have seen, as you'll see again, he has a drawing of it that he did. It does not. So
I would be more accurate.
Yeah, I'm more willing to believe the drawing. So, like, exactly, why the hell wouldn't it be? Mm-hmm. No, it's such a sad situation for sure. Yeah, and I'm glad he was able to turn what he can do into something good. Yeah, but he's still doing this stuff. He's still trying to help people.
That's good.
I might be wrong, but I think my dad was on that same ship, the USS Enterprise. That sounds really familiar. I think that was my dad's ship.
Really?
It was. Yeah, it was. His ship was sunk a couple years ago, on purpose. It was a ceremony that was done. But I'm I'm like 98% sure that he said that was the name of his ship, was the USS Enterprise.
Mm-hmm. That'd be insane.
Yeah,
I can find out. I can fact check while we're waiting.
That'd be wild for sure. Well, do you guys have any other... Do you guys have any other things that you'd like to comment on, or that like?
All I could picture with the ghost children was the ghost children from Coraline.
Fair, I can see that.
Or like, for some reason, Lock, Shock, and Barrel.
Lock, Shock, and Barrel from Nightmare Before Christmas. Yeah. That is one thing I mentioned last time with the ghost children. Is I don't think they were trying to protect him. I don't think that those were actual children. I am very skeptical of that because I don't think actual ghost children are going to kill your mother for you.
Right.
I just don't. And also all the stuff he was going with for him to get down to the well, I feel like it was something very malicious that seized upon an opportunity.
Yep.
You know what I mean? That's just my personal feelings about it. Obviously, I didn't go through this. He did, and he feels like they were trying to protect him, which, like, I don't know, man. It just doesn't add up to me hearing the story. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. All right.
I agree.
Anything else? Or are we ready for pictures?
No, I'm good.
Picture time.
All right, I got a few pictures for you guys today. This first one is of Harvey Althus, I believe I said his last name was Althus. This is him as he was in the documentary show. This next one is of him as a young child, around 9 years old, so around when the beginning of the story took place, when the thing started happening.
Seeing the picture of the child is always...
It makes it so much more sad. Because,
yes.
like, what do you mean that's the sweet little face that was, like, abused? What do you mean?
That's who... This grown man didn't go through this. This child went through this. And that makes it pull at the strings just that much more.
As somebody who was raised, like, Christian and very religious, like my aunt's a pastor and everything, I know that there are good people who want to do good things, like... For God or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
but,
I believe my dad is one of those people.
No, yeah, like I know some of those people. My aunt, who is the pastor, I believe her. She's a good person. Like I believe in those people. I know they exist.
Yep.
But there is, I think for the majority, religion is a poison that is used against them and continues to trickle down because then they use it and like. It's a whole religious psychosis thing.
Yeah.
Like, nothing that talks about, like, doing good should ever cause you to do bad. I feel like that feels dumb to say, but... Because it feels obvious, you know? But,
yeah.
But apparently not to a lot of people.
Yeah.
This next one is a drawing that Harvey did that was featured in the episode, and it is of the well in their basement that he drew.
Ugh.
Creepy.
I hate that.
It's creepy looking. Do not like. But this next one's even worse. I don't know if you guys remembered, but he also did a drawing of the 3 children that he saw in the basement.
Yep.
And these are them.
Terrifying.
I'm not a fan. I do not like...
The little baby in the bottom is the worst to me.
Yeah.
I agree.
Little ankle biter looks
yeah.
like you want to look I'm sorry, but you willingly drew this and you expect us to believe these were protectors. I'm sorry, I cannot fathom right now.
You know what that baby looks like? That baby looks like those zombie baby dolls at Kings Island that they have out during Halloween.
Yeah.
That's what that baby looks like.
His baby looks like it says goo goo gaga.
Yeah.
Ugh. I don't like it.
Like from Shrek. Goo goo gaga.
Yeah.
I can't help but picture this time around looking at the drawing of the kids and like the little girl or whatever, and imagine being under your bed, seeing your door fly open and seeing that staring down at you. Ugh.
Yeah, no.
Gag me. Ugh. All right, well, that's what I got today. Any more thoughts before we move on to Dalia's story?
No, thank you.
No, thank you. I'm ready to move on from this for hopefully the last time.
Please.
It's his baby.
She's over there scratching Mooney's chin. She's such a cutie pie.
Oh, I was
so
just
is Mooney.
holding her face and like she's purring, so the vibrations going down my arm.
Mm-hmm.
It's so cute.
Mm-hmm.
What y'all didn't see was when Brandon was talking about no ghosts in my Christian household.
Yeah.
I definitely sent a group text to the chat that said, not in my good Christian Minecraft server, because it's all I could think about.
I saw, so it dropped down during my reading. I had to take a breath and be like, okay.
Sorry.
So Sometimes you got to read B's text and just go on with your day.
That's fair.
Well, you having fun over there?
She's just so cute. Okay. I have to keep myself on track or this is going to become a distraction.
Yeah, all right.
Okay. So, I have one story today. Do you believe in werewolves?
Yup.
So, yeah, I think we talked about this before. I do. However, like, it's in degrees. You know what I mean? Like, I don't believe them, like, as they're told straight out of folklore. Are you good?
Yeah, it was really hot and burnt my lips. Sorry.
Oh, no. That was so cartoonishly, like... That was so, like, Tom and Jerry.
It hurt.
But I do... There's a part of me that's like, of course I believe in, like, this kind of thing, and I'll... Sure, you know what I mean? But I don't know if I believe them, like, straight from the fairy tale. Like, for obvious reasons. But I've definitely heard stories where it was like, I don't know what else that could be. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what else that could be that, like, I could verbalize.
I'm a very gullible person.
I know.
Shut up, Brandon. So if I trust you and you tell me something's true, I'm gonna believe you.
Right. And I think that's the thing is, like, for me, like, what with what we do here, all we really have to go by is these people's word.
Yep.
And I'm not going to sit here picking it apart. You know what I mean? That's not what this show's about. Mm-hmm. We're here to read allegedly true stories and react to them as if, like, fully in belief.
Yeah.
That's what we're doing.
Yeah.
Okay, do you believe in shapeshifters?
100%.
Oh, yeah.
That's a no-brainer for me.
Okay.
Even if those are just, like, a paranormal thing, for sure.
That's basically what I'm implying
Yeah.
here, because, like, shapeshifters, werewolves, they kind of go hand in hand if it's not... I mean, it's all paranormal,
because a
really.
shapeshifter is a werewolf.
It's
yeah,
really
but
all paranormal,
a werewolf
right?
is a shapeshifter.
But what I mean is, by shapeshifter, you know what I mean.
I know
It's
what you mean. Correct, yeah.
Okay. Anyway, so, well, this seems to have... this OP seems to have witnessed something a little hairy.
I hate puns so much.
I love puns so much.
Me too. This allegedly true encounter is from yourghoststories.com. So let's get into it. Okay, they've titled it Wolf-Human Hybrid Creature. It's not very reassuring.
Very succinct. By
The Cynic. And the date they posted it was May 15th of 2015. A lot of fives. Now, they're from the United States. Can you guess what state?
I done forgot, so.
Ohio.
Is it?
That's
I
great.
forgot about that completely.
Ohio. Paranormal category, apparitions, voices, and touches.
Isn't
That
Ohio
sounds
like
like Ohio.
the most haunted state?
If that
Or-
one's, I don't know if that's
If not
true.
number one, it's pretty damn close.
I don't know if that's true, but if it is, it would not surprise me.
I
in the
know that we
slightest.
have the largest number of haunted attractions in the country.
Do we?
Yes, we do.
Cool.
Sorry for interrupting you.
No, you're good. No, I'm all for
Okay, so we're
discussion.
not even in the top 4 from what I'm seeing.
For most haunted.
Yeah,
There's got to be like West Virginia, New Jersey.
Nope.
No?
the 4 that are showing up at the top for me: Maine, Texas, California, and New York.
Is it because they're like really big states?
Could be. I mean, that would make sense to me, but Maine's not big.
Neither is New
Maine's-
York.
Yeah, neither is New York.
Maine and New York are about the same size, ain't they?
Are they? I'm not looking at a map right now. You expect me to just pull that out of my brain somewhere?
I thought you were going to say, I'm my asshole.
I was, and then I was like, keep it clean.
Since when?
For once.
Right.
Okay.
Once in your life.
Okay.
Okay. Goody two shoes over here, I
Faggot.
guess.
There.
Oh, fuck.
I'm gay. I can say it.
just picturing somebody
Keep
listening.
it clean, my ass.
I'm just picturing somebody listening to this at work. And then
My bad.
Your earbuds disconnect and suddenly...
Sorry.
Are we ready?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
For all my life, I've lived in this average-sized house out in the countryside. It's one of those places where nothing bad seems to happen, and the people all seem pretty normal. So, you can understand, I don't share my story often. It started when I was young, around 5 to 9 years old, and continued until last year. When I was young, we had a dog, always barking and making noise about the littlest of things. He was one of those knee-high dogs, a West Highland Terrier, and he tended to get up in the night for various reasons. The first incident, I think, occurred on a mild summer night. I was living upstairs at the time and just down the hall from my parents' room. As I was laying on my back in bed, I heard the sound of footsteps around me and assumed it was the dog. I was wide awake at the time and listened to it walking from one side of the bed to the other. One side of the bed to the other. It must have lasted for almost 5 or so minutes. I told him to leave. The steps proceeded to go around me another time, stopping on my left, and I finally turned to look over the bed, telling him to get out of my room. There was nothing there. I got up looking around the sides of my bed. Nothing. My room was a small rectangle, so small that the bed was pressed up against my wall and I still smacked my knee on the corner. There's only one exit on my right side, so there's no way for him to get out. And there were boxes under my bed. I thought I had just gone to sleep and imagined it. Then, about 3 years, I'm guessing because I'm bad with time, 3 years later, things got a little freakier with a few incidents in between that might help shed some light on this stuff. I was in middle school and had this nightmare. I awoke in the dream and heard my parents screaming for my help. I jumped back and ran out into the hallway. There, standing before me, were 2 things. They were black shadows of a tall man and a dog. The dog looked like something that I would draw if I was 5, and the man had grossly elongated limbs. Still creeps me out to this day. My parents kept screaming in agony, and I approached the figures. The dog walked up to me and passed me in the hall. It seemed disinterested in me, but the man stood there. I tried to run around him, and he reached down around my waist. The pain felt like something stabbing and cutting under my skin, and I woke up in the middle of the night, eventually falling asleep again. That morning, I went downstairs to take a shower, and when I removed my heavy plaid pajamas, I saw a thin scratch that ran from under my tricep, down through my armpit, and across my stomach. It was nearly unbroken, and that's what scared me most. I guess that's why I pretended it never happened. Maybe a year later, 8th grade, the footsteps came back. With our basement recently finished, I was living downstairs, and one morning during the week, I got up and started to play video games on my computer. I heard the footsteps start to walk around like they did before. It was like they were exploring my house. First off, we have no pipes over my room, and we have soundproof tiled ceilings above, so those footsteps had to be loud. Secondly, the dogs and cat were all out of the house, and so was my family. The footsteps continued, and at first, I thought maybe someone had broken in, or one of my friends was playing a joke, so I waited. They would go all around my house and stop just at the stairwell, and then walk again. They repeated this for about 5 minutes. A little freaked out, I grabbed my putter and went upstairs. If someone broke in, I would whack them. If one of my friends broke in, I'd whack them too. Yup. I went from room to room and, as you can guess, found nothing. When I went downstairs, I listened. Silence. As soon as I sat down, the footsteps began again. Not faster or slower, just an even, steady pace. I sat there listening, and it would walk to the stairwell and stay out of sight. I decided I would ambush it at the stairs and grabbed my putter. As soon as it came back, I stormed the steps. The way our house is shaped, it'd be impossible to get to the back bedrooms before I got up there. And of course, there was nothing. I searched every room, every closet, under every bed before I descended back into the basement. I thought how pissed I would be if the footsteps returned, because I always thought claims of physical events and the like were nonsense. Sure enough, I sat down and they came back. From 9 a.m. until noon, the footsteps kept going. Trying to pretend it wasn't happening, I ignored them and continued to play video games. When my father came home, they stopped altogether. I have never heard them upstairs again. After that, I started looking into the paranormal more and more. I became interested in tarot cards, crystal balls, and all that stuff. I made a few friends in high school and left for college and came back home to work. About a year or so later, I started talking to this girl I had been friends with in high school. Let's call her Cass. Cass and I had fought and stopped talking to each other, mostly because she had feelings for me and I didn't have any for her. She's coming to my house all the time and I let her back and we have a few great times, but I still can't shake the feeling that she still likes me. Anyway, I finally let it spill that I have tarot cards and stuff. She tells me that she has the ability to feel/see spirits, and I found that interesting. She was my friend, so I had no real reason to doubt her, but I will admit it was pretty dumb just to blindly accept what she was saying. It started one night after I had a crystal ball out and she was in a quote-unquote trance. She pulled out her hair, pretending to be possessed, and then broke her trance. I started to get ill, my stomach just felt like it was churning. And I got up for the bathroom. As soon as I left the hallway, I felt better immediately and came back. As I turned the corner, the metal folding chair shifted and she seemed scared for a moment. It was dark and I thought she kicked the chair. I sat down in it and we talked for a moment, and then she left. I say pretend to be possessed because I talked to her mom privately and found out that she would rip her hair out all the time as a kid. Eventually, she started making threats about demons taking her, especially when her new boyfriend came into the picture. He was one of my best friends and we used to tell ghost stories. I told her his ghost story and she used it to make him believe her. Her claims became much more wilder as we went on. On one particular claim, she stated that there had been a strange ceremony done in the basement, and I went down with her boyfriend to quote-unquote investigate. I didn't believe her at this point, but it was kind of fun, so I kept with it. We were in the room, and I touched the floor where her boyfriend claimed his father did some sort of ritual. I could believe it, to be honest. There was no pentagram or anything strange at all. It was the same cracked blue floor when I first came over years prior. I double-checked to make sure that there wasn't a double coating of paint and stood up. I told him I couldn't see anything that would indicate what she said, and he told me it was true. At that moment, there was this growling sound, and I thought it was from the vent above us or behind us. Then he jumped and swore, pulling up his sleeve, and a red mark started to appear. I'm not sure if this was faked. It would be fairly hard to time, or not, because I have always been skeptical by nature. Finally, the footsteps made their grand return after we started to part ways. I was laying in bed one morning, sprawled out under a heavy blanket and pulling back the covers. I saw something at the foot of my bed. Had to be 5.5 feet or taller. Black streaks and gray fur and a distinctly canine face on a humanoid body. Being a 23-year-old man, I promptly covered my face, desperately trying to convince myself that it was my blanket. The colors were very similar. Then, there were footsteps around my bed like when I was a kid. They got really quick, side to side, side to side. I finally decided to attack it. Throwing back the covers when it was at the corner of my bed, I jumped forward, nearly off the bed, but there was nothing there. On all fours, I was dazed, and as I was trying to figure out what the hell had happened, there was a thunderous slap, side to side, down the hall, up the steps, and the front door banged hard. A few minutes later, my father came in, and I was still in shock. I yelled up to him if he heard anything or did anything. He didn't, and eventually I got back to sleep. Later, I called Cass and her boyfriend telling them about the events, and they called back later that night reporting the sounds of scratching all over the house. There have been no events since then. Seeing as these incidents have been happening 3 or 4 years apart, I may be due for another visit this year or next. So, the next thing I have is a comment. Do we want to comment on this before I read the comments, or do you want me to read the comment first?
I'm good.
Yeah, just let's get the whole picture.
Okay, so a user named Trisha commented, the Native Americans believed that certain shamans had the ability to turn into animals. In fact, there are many accounts, from what I've heard and seen, of people seeing half-human, half-animal-shaped beings or spirits, and even seeing human spirits that turn into animals of all kinds. The only other thing I've heard of involving this type of spirit is an elemental, and they are said to be vicious, mean, and evil. I think they are extremely rare. Your spirit didn't mean you any harm, though, and I'm glad. So, obviously, we're going to say he got scratched. Okay?
Yeah, I was like,
it caused him a little bit of harm.
Press X to doubt. I don't think.
I do have more to
Yeah.
read.
Go ahead. We'll get to it.
We don't know for sure what this was. For all we know, it could have nothing to do with Native American shapeshifting. But I was curious, went down a rabbit hole, and wanted to know more as someone who did not know much about this. So I have a small snippet from a blog called Kachina House. When people hear the word shapeshifter, they may think of supernatural figures like witches and werewolves, but the spiritual practice of shapeshifting travels well beyond a mythical and supernatural scope. The importance of shapeshifting in Native American culture, that's the section that it was titled there. A non-native study of shapeshifting, posits that the practice was used by medicine people and shamans to transform into part animal to cause harm and destruction rather than good by shooting pieces of bone into their victims, much like a witch would. Tribes such as the Navajo, however, talk about a more positive role shapeshifting plays in the formation of Native American culture, often referring to the practice as, and I'm going to say it for educational purposes, skinwalking. Shapeshifters transform into the bodies of bears, wolves, and eagles for purpose of healing and protecting their communities. And I guess it's not impossible that OP encountered a spirit of one of these shapeshifters. So yeah, just one person's theory. I elaborate a little bit. What are our thoughts?
A lot. I have a few different thoughts.
Okay.
Do you have any off the bat that you want?
Go for it.
All right. So, first of all, something that I didn't really catch on to last time is when he was talking about at the beginning, the size of their room. Ours is also very small, and so I was able to clearly picture like hearing a pet or whatever walk and then looking up to see nothing. I don't like that. Not a fan.
Right.
Another thing is, for some reason you said they described the dog as like something they would drawn as a child or whatever, and then a man with elongated arms. And my first thought was, and a man I also would have drawn as a child.
Yeah. No,
a disproportionate man.
Like
yes.
a dog drawn by a 5-year-old in real life sounds terrifying.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
I'd rather see a real dog.
No, yeah. I'd rather see nothing, but
right.
I also get and you already mentioned that scratch. I I don't think it doesn't mean to harm you. It literally scratched you like so long,
From
like
the tricep down, like
across the stomach. That's not friendly. There's no friendly reason to do that.
Nope.
Ever.
And if your friends do that to you, they're not your real friends.
No, yeah. Speaking of real friends, this is the second story you've brought to this podcast where somebody has used a golf club as a weapon, a potential weapon.
Yeah. Apparently they make good weapons.
Apparently.
I accidentally cracked a girl's eye open with a golf club.
Damn.
Oh.
We were, God, how old? I was like 9, 10 years old. It was when we first moved here to Ohio. This little girl across the street from me, her dad had golf clubs, and we were out there fucking around with them. Mm-hmm. And I didn't realize she was standing right behind me, so I went and I flung my club back like I was gonna smack, and I fucking bam right into her. It was her eyebrow. I cracked her eyebrow open. She had to go get stitches.
Ugh.
My grandma called me the Louisville Slugger every day until she died. After that. That was my nickname.
Fantastic.
Yep.
No, so yeah, scratch bad, golf club good, I guess. But
That's the story.
And then another one that I remembered us talking about Cass the moment you started talking about her. I was like, this bitch again.
Yeah.
We all know a Cass.
We all know a Cass, unfortunately.
Yep.
I think Cass was full of shit. Especially given the fact that she seemingly reacted scared to something that actually happened after being whole possessed, apparently.
Right.
It's like,
If I, as the gullible friend, can sniff out your bullshit, you gotta work a little harder.
yeah.
Don't encourage them.
Shit, listen, you get good.
And the last thing I have personally is just, I'm not a huge fan of just somebody going, maybe it was Native American stuff, because I feel like that culture gets thrown under the bus and used for like shock value and like be scared of this like all the time. I'm not a huge fan of when somebody's like, ooh, it's built on an ancient Indian burial ground. It's like, the moment that is brought into a story, I am less likely to believe it, because I'm like, even if that's what they were like actually told, it just very much feels like blaming natives for, you know what I mean? For like bad things happening. I don't know. And to be fair, it was just one person's opinion.
Yeah. I did go in a rabbit hole because of it.
No, that's fine. Like, it's fine to elaborate.
I have more of a rabbit hole in the pictures as well.
Yeah, I remember.
As you guys probably know.
Right.
I just thought it was interesting.
No, it's for sure interesting. It just, and maybe I'm wrong for this, but my initial feelings towards, I don't know if you've heard, but Native Americans, and like, I don't know, that just, for me, that was just like, especially when none of the story really felt that way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
I understand.
Okay. That's just my initial, but I think that's all the thoughts I have on the story. B, what about you?
Got it out while you were speaking.
All right.
Yeah, so I was curious because I didn't know about the Skinwalker shapeshifter ordeal.
Mm-hmm.
And I went down a little bit of a, as I call it, rabbit hole. So this first one right here, this picture, it's an illustrated depiction of a Mandan shaman with a medicine bag on his apron from warpathstopeacepipes.com.
Okay.
And then I don't know why the word "I'm" popped up there, but it's okay.
We send these pictures to each other in a group chat.
Yeah.
And since we sent them already, Dalia is just replying to her previous photos so we can see them again.
For my second photo from the same website, I have an illustrated depiction of a Blackfoot medicine man skinwalker.
Okay.
I thought this was really interesting.
No, it's such a cool, like, garb, for sure.
Like, I was obsessed with this. It's when I started going down the rabbit hole and just doing research for myself, I was like, I want to share this with the class.
Right, yeah.
So, by no means am I thinking, oh, this is definitely what it was.
I know that.
But I just thought this was really interesting and related to that comment. So, yeah. Now, for my final picture, because we cannot truly know if this was actually something of Native American descent, I have a stock photo of a crystal ball and some tarot cards like the one OP liked so much.
Very well shot.
Yes.
I do love a good crystal ball.
Love the witch aesthetic.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, that is my story.
All right. Well, Miss Snotty Nose.
Sorry, I was trying to get it in between speaking.
What have you got for us today?
Oh boy, I got a good one.
I forget what yours is, so I'm excited.
It's a good one. As soon as I figure out how to work my phone and get to the story, I can get there. Okay. So this story came from Reddit, and the original post was titled, "What Would You Not Have Believed Had You Not Seen It Yourself?"
Okay.
And the story that I'm reading is a comment.
Sure.
Commenter goes on to say, "Went up to pick up a cat that was abandoned and that the sweet lady who had tried to rescue him couldn't keep. The entire visit, lasting only 5 minutes, is the fakest thing I've ever heard, and I would never believe any of it. It all truly happened. First of all, my family and I walked up to the house, and there was this little kid on a tricycle who stopped suddenly, peered at us, and said, 'You here for the cat?' We said yes. He looked at us solemnly and emphatically said, 'That cat's mean,' and tricycled off. Stage properly set, we went to the door. Note that the lady who had the cat had told us that the reason she couldn't keep him was because he didn't get along with her dogs. That did not prepare us for the 2 little dogs huddling by this woman's legs when she opened the door. These dogs looked like they had seen hell and somehow descended to an even greater level of torment and dreamed of returning to hell. They didn't move unless she did, as if direct physical contact was their only lifeline. The woman looked flustered and apologized to us. She said that she couldn't catch the cat. She had been trying, and all she could manage was trapping him in the garage. She said she hoped we could catch him in there, but she wasn't sure we'd be able to. We proceeded to the garage, all 5 of us, and rapidly entered the garage, keeping the window of door open. What?
I think you did this
Hold
last
on.
time,
Yeah.
too.
We proceeded to the garage, all 5 of us, and rapidly entered the garage, keeping the window of door open for cat escape as short as possible. Anyways.
Window of door.
Yeah, window of door. We do not see the cat, but the lady assures us he's trapped in here. My dad, just to prepare, opens the door of the cat carrier we bought and sets it on the floor. We're all looking at each other, unsure where to start. The cat promptly emerges. He's enormous, scared, and chubby. Not scared, scarred. Excuse me. He's enormous, scarred, and chubby. He saunters out from under some stuff with total nonchalant confidence, whines between all of my family's legs, ignoring the woman who had been taking care of him for the past month, mind you, walks right into the cat carrier, turns, and sits down. He waits patiently for my dad to close the door, and we awkwardly say thanks to the slack-jawed woman and we take him home. The epilogue is that we got back to our house and our 4 65 to 100-pound dogs. We place the carrier so the cat has some space, then open the door, prepared to wait for him to cautiously emerge and get comfortable. This does not happen. Instead, he immediately leaves the carrier, takes one look around, and throws himself at our dogs. He's hissing and swatting and drives them all terrified into a corner. He beats on them a little longer for good measure until they're cowering and whimpering. Then he goes directly to the main bedroom bed, lays square up in the middle, and curls up. I swear he was smirking. In hindsight, after replying to some people below, the cat and his life were entirely unbelievable from start to finish. His name was Bubba. Thanks for asking about him, guys. He was a beautiful little shit, and I miss him often. Happy to share his incredible legacy.
I remember this story, and I love it so much.
Yep.
Because I made a comment about how, like, they appear and the kid's like, "You looking for the cat?"
Yeah.
I picture this kid rolling up on the truck with a cigarette in his mouth, like, "You looking for the cat? That cat's mean." And then, like, you see this cat, and he's like the fucking boss from Metal Gear Solid, and so shows up to the house, immediately lays down the business like, this is my house now. Don't you ever forget.
The picture that I shared, that is not Bubba, but that is what I imagine Bubba look like, and I can confirm that the cat in this picture is 19 pounds.
Insane.
Holy shit.
Yeah, big ass cat.
No thought behind those eyes either.
I am not a cat person because I am allergic to cats.
You're an our cat person.
That's true. I like other people's cats. I like especially big fluffy cats. Like, let me snuggle on your cat, get all stuffed up, and then let me leave, you know?
Yeah.
But if I was to ever get a cat, I
Puffin' Dr. Mew, and then you come up and your face is all puffy, like,
Yeah.
that was good.
I'm really hopeful that the cat lottery system would give me a nice big fluffy Maine Coon.
Mm-hmm. That was a good one. I like that story. I love a good cat story. Good cat story is also always a safe bet for sure.
Yeah, and especially with that evil bitch in the first story, Bubba comes through and cleanses the palate.
Right.
Great bookend for that, for sure.
Love a good cat. We are cat people.
No, we're very much cat people.
Oh, yeah.
We love dogs too. We just like
Y'all are cat people.
we're cat people. No, I prefer dogs who are less hyper, just because like I get anxiety a lot. Also, like I had basset hounds growing up. You remember Flash?
Oh,
McCoy,
yeah.
Those are good dogs.
Oh my god.
Those are the dumbest, laziest dogs I've ever known.
Deepest, longest barks you've ever heard.
Love them dogs. Just a solid blue on the waveform from that too.
Just cause.
I miss them dogs. But
Dogs
go ahead.
I was just gonna say, dogs for me just kind of assault my senses.
That's fair.
And I get
yeah.
overstimulated. I'm like, back up.
That's
back up.
That's probably a good way for me to say is I get overstimulated really easily with dogs. I love dogs. I do. I love playing with dogs. I love petting dogs.
Yeah.
But yeah, we also just have too much breakable shit in our house.
Mood.
Yeah.
I like high energy dogs because I married a high energy dog.
Valid.
And what I mean by that is that my husband is a golden retriever boy.
100%. 100%. I've always been more of a basset hound husband, basset hound boyfriend.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've got the eyes for it and everything.
Sad, droopy eyes.
But yeah, that's all we really got for today. You can find us on Facebook and Instagram and anywhere you listen to podcasts, and we've got TikTok and Blue Sky, but we don't have Twitter because, as we've stated before, I was getting there.
Fuck Twitter.
Well, there you go. Fuck Twitter. But yeah, and if you have your own story that you'd like us to read on here, whether it be paranormal or a happy story, wholesome story, because we would love to hear it, you can email those to TPIBOTE@outlook.com, and if they are a paranormal encounter, put in the subject line there for Dalia, Dalia.
No H.
No H. And if they're a happy story, say they're for B, BEE. Like,
2 E's.
like the aminal.
Animal.
Like the bug.
Animal.
Insect
It's an
bug.
insect, not a bug.
You're never alone. There's bugs. All right. Well, yeah.
If you're listening in a place where you have the option to rate or review us, please do. It helps boost us out to more people, and we'd love to know what you think.
Thank you, because I was like, I feel like there's something else, but I couldn't think of it right there. Yeah.
I got you. Did we get the email out there?
Yeah,
we did.
did.
Yeah, I
Okay.
just did that.
I know. I heard the spiel, but I didn't
Remember
catch
we said
that.
bees is bugs. Bees is
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, but no, I meant like the actual email address.
Yeah,
I didn't hear that part.
No, we're good. We're good. All right. Well, thank you guys for listening, and as always, this podcast was based on true events.